Yes, yes! No, wait, no! No! Damn it! I finished the game. Alright. Time for the review, I think. Let's roll the intro.
Nah, I done grew around some people living their life in bottles. Granddaddy had the golden flashback, but every day in Chicago. Some people like the way it feels, some people want to kill their sorrows.
Hello there, guys and girls. I'm your host Grifter. Welcome to Retro Productions. We did it. We nailed Spider-Man. I'm gonna be honest. In the beginning, I was really hyped for this game, but extremely hyped. I mean, I love comics, I love Spider-Man, and I love games. So hey, but as we know in the past, maybe the expectation was Spider-Man 2 on the Xbox, but for the rest, they were almost all shitty games. But I had high hopes for this one, and I can tell you already, they have been fulfilled. Yes! Finally, a Spider-Man game worth calling a Spider-Man game. Dang, this game is really good. Insomniac Games really nailed it with this game. Really, they really captured the heart and the feel of a true Spider-Man fan could hope for. This is also a perfect example what happens when you give the developer the time and money to create what they want to make. But first off, since this is a Spider-Man game, one of the most essential things must be the web shooting, the web slinging, the web swinging, everything that has to do with webbing. Well, I can guarantee you, you do not have to worry. You do not have to worry. It's goddamn darn perfect, really. I really liked to swing around the city. I really liked to web up bad boys. I just love it. The way he moves, the way he swings away from danger, the way he swings through obstacles. It's so amazing to look at. It's so amazing to feel it when you're playing it. You feel in control. You really feel in control in this game. How it works is really quite simple. You can compare it to an Assassin's Creed game essentially. You press the R2 button and you start parkouring over the place. But when you're in the air, you start to swinging. So really, it's so easy, and cool part is the web you shoot. It really connects to a building, to the environment. You know, you're just not shooting empty webs into the air. It really has to connect. So when there's nothing higher than where you're slinging around, then you just won't be able to connect a web. So cool. And for the ones who do not believe me, here is proof. It actually really connects. This is staying with photo mode, and Insomniac should make this move also an optional move, because swinging around New York, it's all a bit kind of context sensitive. You can't shoot your web on the building of your liking. I mean, it's random. But look at this detail. I mean, isn't that amazing? Wow. Okay, but let's continue on to the next thing, combat. Unlike the web swinging, which is done with the R2 button, and which is contextual, so it's really context sensitive, the action is not. Everything you do, everything you choose to do, is your doing. You decide whichever move you want to perform. This is so cool. These moves you can perform are quite easy to perform. With the triangle button, you do a web strike, you shoot your web. With the circle button, you go dodge stuff. The square button makes you attack, and the cross button makes you jump. Quite simple, yet so much possibilities. The L1 button makes you use the gadget. When you hold the L1 button, you get the gadget wheel. You can also perform a finishing move, which you do by pressing the triangle and circle button. You can also pick up things with your web and throw them by pressing the L1 and R1 button. But hey, we're not gonna explain every move, okay? Just wanted to point out every single move you perform, you actually choose to perform it. So that's really radical. So it looks like it. So far the game is doing pretty good. It ain't a fail. It ain't a disaster. Spider-Man didn't fall down this time around, like he did with all the other games. Except for Spider-Man 2, that was great as well. Well, I'll show you a little part of the photo mode, which is really cool. I'll let you hear some music from the game. The soundtrack is, I'm gonna tell it, it's just bloody fantastic. It's really cool. It's a neat, nice, cool soundtrack. Period. The voice acting is really outstanding as well. Top notch. And they really they put the bar really high. I mean, they really went really far with this. I mean, wait, I'm gonna show you. I captured something and I'm gonna show you.
Wasn't that shut down when he was arrested? Wasn't that shut down when he was arrested? But now you've got that, right? But now you've got that, right? What's up? What's up? Understood. Understood.
So did you actually hear that? They recorded the entire segment 2 times, while he's calm, gentle, standing on the ground, and one while he is swinging and doing action. So the voice has really changed. This is never been seen or heard before. This is really amazing. Or what about this fact? Do you see the inside of the buildings? It's really amazing. We've never seen this before. I know it's a trick, but still way cool. More games should have this. I think this is the first game ever. Okay then, but what about the story? Does it have a good story? Is it enjoyable? Does it have a humor? Because Spider-Man used to be funny. Peter Parker is really cool. What about Peter Parker? Is he part of the game, or are you just playing with Spider-Man? Well, I can tell you, humor, like you see here, it's definitely in the game. Always love this scene.
Cool Spidey outfit. Thanks. Where'd you get it?
Alright, so humor is definitely in the game. I shall show you some things that I think, in my personal opinion, were kind of funny, but I can guarantee you it's really good. Also, you play as Spider-Man, but you also play as Peter Parker, which is really, really, really cool. So do not fear, I won't show any spoilers. This is really early on in the game. Really early on.
Do your thing.
Yes. He's the day, Willie. Heads up. Hey, where you going? Catch! I'll clear a path.
Coward. Even for you.
Says the guy frantically erasing his search history.
In my opinion, the fact that they've included the life as Peter Parker is really cool. It really gives that extra depth, that extra dimension. The story is really emotional with moments and was really enjoyable for me. Was this game perfect? No, it wasn't. Definitely was not perfect. There were some things that I kind of bothered. I think the side missions were not that inspiring. For me, the story and boss battles made it all good. I think the difficulty might be a tad too high, in my opinion. I even, at the moment, I did side missions playing on the friendly mode. It was more enjoyable that way.
Wait, I forgot. You don't have emotions.
Also a shame about loading times at certain moments, and when you quit a side mission, there's a loading time. That's kind of weird, that's kind of awkward, and it takes you out of the experience.
But you love me, right, Yuri?
I tolerate you.
Wow, that might be the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
This is a random loading screen when you use fast travel. Really cool, really neat. Nice job.
You don't think this has anything to do with Lee, do you?
Sorry to cook and run.
Did you just leave your clothes on the kitchen floor?
Where do you want me to,
Just the couch is fine.
Admit it, you just get a lot of the sense of humor. It's really greatly captured and it's so cool. But another point of critique is the way the game, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but the way the game has been built up is not exactly entirely my cup of tea. I think the first act is way too long compared to the second and third chapter. I mean, when you play it, you know what I mean, but it would have been cool if they would have all those characters that do appear in the game, if they would have, I don't know, made it a bit more comparable to each other. I mean, you'll see what I mean when you play it, but it also leaves the option open for a sequel, which I really hope. So all in all, is this one better than Spider-Man 2 from the original Xbox? Yep, finally they've nailed it. Finally, Activision's claim on this series is over. Hooray, hooray, hooray. I'm not the kind of number guy. Back in the days when I was a real journalist doing reviews and previews for games, I did have to use numbers, and games like Metal Gear Solid 4 got 78 from me, and I really enjoyed that game. I just want to say, don't give as much points as other people do. But if I would have to give this one from 0 to 10, I would award this one with an big fat 8 on 10, which is really good, in my opinion. Alright, I hope you did enjoy this review, and I hope it helped you a bit to decide to buy it. Go buy it now. Grifter signing off.